Today we're going to be going over the New Year seasonal that is heading in-game very soon and everything that we know about it. Before starting today's video though, here's a word from Opera GX. Opera GX is a browser designed for gamers and lets you get the most out of both browsing and gaming. It features customization options including themes, wallpapers and colours. So in the background you can set up a My Singing Monsters wallpaper, or you could even have a Pekit paper. How cool's that? With the GX corner you can stay updated with free games where the best ones are selected, the latest amazing deals, newest releases and all gaming news in an easily accessible area. You can see all the latest upcoming games too with its calendar feature and easily switch between platforms. Opera GX has an import tool too that allows you to quickly import all your settings from previous browsers to GX, such as your browsing history, bookmarks and cookies. So if you are like to me, have all these My Singing Monsters websites saved, don't worry because you can just transfer them all on over. Besides Opera having its extension store, Google Chrome extensions are compatible with GX, so you can easily go to the Chrome web store and install any extension that you want. Besides being available on the computer, it's also available on mobile, so you guys can take advantage of it regardless of whatever device you are on. Make sure to go and download Opera GX down below in the description today. So first of all, let's look at the teasers that we have been given in association to what is going to be coming soon for My Singing Monsters. First of all then, let's head on over to the More the Merrier promotion, which is currently airing in-game. In this promotional image here, at the very top, we see some mischievous fingers hanging over the promotional image. These are so mischievous and cunning. They have a bonfire night vibe. I wasn't expecting a bonfire night vibe to come across in the New Year's seasonal. That was certainly an event that I was thinking about in association to New Year's, but them encompassing that totally and clogging down on that wasn't something that I was quite expecting. I would say that it is quite cunning. I think that the hairs that are poking down inside of the image are actually coming from the chin of this monster. Now, this doesn't confirm whether it is the New Year seasonal or not. However, going by how the seasonal shanty will no doubt have tons of seasonals left, make sure to watch till the end for more information on how many seasonals exactly could be coming as we have confirmation towards that. However, particularly here, I feel like it has to be, especially seen as though if we have a look at the bottom of the promotional image, we can see Epic Woolabee, it looks like. Oh man, I am so excited for this one. You can see that it's Epic Woolabee, I think, because there's little ropes hanging down from the antenna-like things that come off of Woolabee. The name's gone out of my head right now for what the things coming out of Woolabee are, but more than certainly I do think this is for Epic Woolabee, and it looks like it's going to be a very fascinating design, so I can't wait for that. I think going off of how it's going to be New Year's based, it's definitely going to have inside of its design cannons, fireworks, maybe some TNT in association to it. Probably not so much on the TNT side of things as it is My Singing Monsters, but I think certainly if we are talking about what it could look like, it just really comes to mind to me Crazy Harry from My Muppet Show. Man, do I miss that game. They used to have a TNT thing that they'd pull down and it really looked as though it was from New Year's. I think there might have been a seasonal monster just like to how this is going to be, so why not encompass that a little bit? Especially from the hairs, it really seems like they are going for that Guy Fawkes kind of vibe with this seasonal, and I really do love that idea. Going off of its design, I am just so excited by this monster. It looks like it's going to be a very good ride for sure. It just seems very mischievous and not something that you'd expect out of the game, so it really is exciting me, the design. And from a sound perspective, I think it's going to really be exciting too. I think seeing as though it's New Year's based, we're going to have a very explosive, impactful, percussive instrument. I think it's going to provide instrumentalization again. I don't expect it to be a vocalist at all. On the shanty right now, we don't need any vocalists at all, and for the majority of the seasonals that are going to release, I can see them being instrumentalists, especially considering how this is New Year's. It just doesn't fit the vibe of the event, so I don't expect a vocalist out of this. I think a trumpet or maybe a cannon or some kind of fireworks, impactful based instrument would work wonders for this one, especially on the shanty too, where we really do need a bit more percussion at the moment. It could play anywhere on the shanty as far as I'm concerned right now. Literally every part of the song needs advancing upon at the moment, so it's going to be exciting to see where it does come, however, particularly I think Punkleton's verse certainly needs a bit of something right now. We have Clavavira, but add some more stuff on top of that. We need a bit more percussion, I do think. If it was a vocalist, I would be completely down for that. We don't know what island it is going to be on, but if it is going to be on Light Island 2 later down the line, then I do think that a Light Island vocalist would be so cool. And just on a side as well, if it is from Light Island, I am wholeheartedly down on it being an impactful percussive instrument. So if that duetted with Spytrap later down the line, oh my goodness, would that be epic. Make it happen, Big Blue Bubble, later, please. For the next island then, seeing as though we've been talking about that, I am really unsure about this one, to be honest. If we're looking at the design and its approach, I would certainly say that Psychic Island is the most befitting of this. Going back to last year, we have had promotional images upon promotional images of the Psychic monsters being much more integrated into New Year's, and even though Light Island is the natural fit for a New Year's seasonal event, the Psychic monsters always are the ones who are representing New Year's, so because of that, I can really see this being a Psychic monster, especially going from that design. If this is the New Year's seasonal that is being teased at the very top, I don't know whether it could be. I'm not going to say if it is or not. I remember Epic Gas last year and now I didn't predict it, so I'm not going to try this year. But if it is the New Year's seasonal this, then I do think wholeheartedly that this is not a Light Island monster. I don't think it fits it. It doesn't seem like a light monster. They're all drab and they don't have colours and stuff, and that monster just being there doesn't really seem to fit. For that reason, I can see it being a much more Psychic Island based monster. But even going back to the Sanctum, that's very much linked to New Year's too, with the vibe of it. I don't know what it is, but Sanctum to me just really speaks out to be New Year's over every other island. Even if we're going to Light and Scene, it's probably going to be fireworks based. It would be a good fit there. Just Sanctum over and over. That's what recalls in my head. It seems like the most natural choice for me for some reason, even though it isn't if you're thinking about it technically. I think this certainly is going to be a Psychic Island monster going by the design here, which is going to be very interesting, as I didn't expect that whatsoever. Going back to our comment that we made earlier about more seasonals on the way, let's head on over to Monster Handler Mattu for a sec to work out how many more seasonals may be coming in the future.
How many seasonals can we expect? We apply the exact same logic as used on Ethereal Island with 5 base elemental types, and we use the core seasonals as these new 5 base elemental types. I will let you do the math.
So Matt has confirmed here that there are going to be 15 seasonals. So if we count the seasonals that we already have, including Gobbleguard, Clavavira, and Jamboree, that takes us up to 8 seasonals right now. So that means we have another 7 seasonals left, which is insane. I think that's an additional one to what I originally predicted inside of my seasonals prediction video, which is going to be insane that there's just going to be even more than what I predicted. I was already thinking that is too many, but the fact that we have another one on top of that when I was thinking it was too many already is a pretty mind-boggling situation that we have on our hands here. Going back to Epic Woolabee, I want to show Epic Woolabee some love. They've got a lovely design, I do think, Epic Woolabee. I am so phenomenally excited to see what they'll look like. They have changed it a lot compared to what they did with Woolabee and Rare Woolabee. The design here definitely speaks out Woolabee. I can say that much. However, then again, with Epic Gast last year really throwing us off the ball, it could be something else entirely, but this really does shout out Epic Woolabee when you see it, doesn't it? We have also only just had Epic String, so the natural next step would be to get a Rare Magical, so that kind of does make me think otherwise towards this. However, seeing as though we've been getting variants alongside the releases of seasonals as of now, and every single release throughout 2021 basically, I don't think that trend's going to end in 2022, so I do expect this to be the variant that is going to be linked to the New Year's seasonal, and that it will release alongside the New Year's seasonal, which will be lovely to see in game. I can't wait to see what its body looks like for Epic Woolabee though, I will say that much. For the release of the New Year's seasonal, seen as though, yay, the Christmas event in game will be ending very soon on the first week of New Year's, I would honestly expect for us to go straight into the New Year's event straight away on the Wednesday of New Year's, which would be on the 5th of January. Not too long away at all, and I would expect Epic Woolabee to debut inside of that. Big shout out to Oracle for sponsoring today's video. Make sure to go and download Oracle today. If I sounded a bit off in today's video, that's because I am unfortunately sick as of right now, but we pulled through, didn't we guys? and I enjoyed making the video nevertheless, as always. If you enjoyed this video though, guys, make sure to leave a like down below and make sure to subscribe down below too, guys. I'm off to go and probably lay in bed because I'm not feeling that great, but I hope you all enjoyed this video.